Libra, this is Lisa with the Poet Oracle, and today we're going to find out what's going on with you and the person on your mind. Welcome back if you are a returning viewer, and if you have not yet subscribed, then go ahead and do so. That way you'll be notified when future videos are released. Today we're going to look at tarot cards, oracle cards, and even some personal messages. Just keep in mind that this is a general reading. Just take what resonates and leave what does not. And if you do feel that any role needs to be reversed from how I'm presenting it, then by all means, just go ahead and flip that around. Oh, I said flip that around. The cards flipped around. Okay. All right. Well, we start this reading off with the Seven of Cups, followed by the Knight of Swords in the reverse, and then the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So at one time, this relationship with this individual made you feel like it was kind of a wish come true, like a dream come true. You were very happy with it, with the Nine of Cups. But with it in the reverse, it feels like your dreams with this individual turned into a nightmare. They just shattered completely. And the reason why, with the Seven of Cups, I feel like this person had options. Whether that be other love interests, or they just had their focus or their attention on something or someone else. And so it was like this Seven of Cups, it's almost like this person, they weren't focused on this relationship, and therefore the relationship lost its direction. Okay, and you had to make a decision because it's as if this relationship just became very stagnated. And so somebody had to make a decision. Now, with the Knight of Swords sitting in the reverse, you're dealing with somebody that really didn't have a regard for the consequences of their actions. Okay, this is somebody that is very unpredictable, very much so causes trouble in the relationship realm, and they're kind of a coward. You know, they may be rude, they may be very bullying, they could be aggressive towards you, but this is somebody that really does not have their direction set, and so it caused you quite a lot of misery. It's almost like this person was just so immature and so selfish that, again, what used to be almost like a dream come true has become a nightmare in reality. Wow. It really comes from this person's low self-esteem, or they caused an effect on your self-esteem. Now we get the Seven of Wands. Seven may be significant for you because we started this reading off with the Seven of Cups. But now with the Seven of Wands, this is like you have put your barriers up. Your defenses are up. You're not going to compete with anybody. You're not going to compete for somebody's time. You are defending yourself, standing up for yourself, and protecting yourself. All right, let's get, like one or two more from here. Oh, we got the Temperance that sits in the reverse. Now, you could be dealing with the Sagittarius, but does not have to be. Well, when the Temperance comes up, it's like absolute chaos. This person is out of control. You have no control over this situation. This person has very disruptive and very chaotic energy. They do things in excess. They don't know how to do things in moderation, good or bad. All right, let's get one more from this deck. All right, we get let me get these out of the way. We get the Four of Cups that's sitting here in the reverse. And so the Four of Cups is really having a brand new outlook, really going in a new direction. You may even have a new option. Now, with these cups showing up, you could be dealing with the Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. But this is really seeing things very clearly, going in a whole new direction, and having a whole new option for your love life. All right, let's switch decks, get some from this one, and see if we get any more messages. The Four of Pentacles that sits here in the reverse. And so, you know, this really is, there could have been some kind of issue with bankruptcy or just your very financial foundation being disrupted by this situation. Or this really could be feeling very vulnerable, or maybe at one point you were very vulnerable in this situation. It came out under the Seven of Cups. And so, you know, while this person had options, whatever those options may be, other priorities, you know, you started to feel, I guess what's the right way to say it? Very vulnerable and very much so poverty stricken. And I don't mean that financially. I mean that they were not giving enough to you and to this relationship for you to not feel like you were in a bad, vulnerable place, or that that you were not valued in some way. The Hermit that sits in the reverse could be dealing with the Virgo or something in Virgo season. But this really represents feeling very stuck, maybe stuck to the thoughts, maybe even stuck physically in this relationship, feeling very lonely, feeling very isolated. And this card also represents just going around and around, like the same mistakes over and over, the same arguments, the same communication over and over again. And it comes down to this person that came out right under the Knight of Swords in the reverse. It comes down to this person not having regard for their for the consequences of their action. I couldn't even get that out. My goodness. All right, we got the Magician card that shows up. Now, the Magician is really being very focused, and it may be something that you're focusing on that is of a creative nature. But really, when I see this along with all these other cards, this is really turning your visions into reality, or at least feeling very inspired to do that. Whether that be to follow a dream of yours. Oh my gosh, we got the Tower that sits in the reverse. So somebody is not wanting this relationship to come to an end. It's very much so a big fear, whether this be your fear or theirs, of change. Okay, so somebody is really struggling with change in this situation. But I'm going to let you know something, that with the Tower card, if you are the one that is wanting to avoid that tower falling, you may even be stifling your own voice so that this tower can't fall. But sometimes the tower needs to fall, because even if you guys bring it back together and work on it, it can't remain the way that it is. It is causing you pain. And so it's time to let the tower fall if need be. And that way, if somebody's going to come back, they need to come back with changed behaviors. And that may not happen until that tower falls. All right, when this person thinks about you, what do they think about? All right, what comes to their mind? Man, that card almost got away from me. All right, we got the King of Cups. They feel like you're very tolerant of a lot of behaviors that they've put you through, that you may even be very empathic, but definitely somebody that's very supportive, and you take the lead in this relationship. The Wheel of Fortune, this person sees you as being very successful, as if like things are starting to turn into your favor. You also may like gambling. That could be really here. But this is all about kind of your luck changing and good fortune coming your way. Now, this is what this person feels like. You are very supportive, very tolerant, and maybe even very successful. Ace of Cups that sits in the reverse. So when this person thinks about you, they're so depressed. They really feel like they let you down, and they're so disappointed in how this situation has evolved, or maybe didn't evolve. Eight of Cups, this person sees you as walking away. You know, this is really withdrawing yourself, abandoning the situation, retreating, and moving on. All right, moving forward, leaving the cups behind, the dog behind, the table behind, whatever, but bailing. All right, too many. One more. Really? All right, one more. What does this person think about when they think about? Okay, let's take the two. All right, we get the Four of Cups that shows up here in the reverse along with the Five of Swords. With this Five of Swords, okay, I do feel like this person may have been very abusive. If not physically, they may have been abusive with their words. They could have been emotionally or mentally abusive. But it looks like they kind of bullied around a little bit. They might have stolen from you. They could have even just stolen your time and your energy, okay? And so this person, they now see the error of their ways, right? They realize that they did not communicate well. If they did speak, it's like their words cut like knives. That's why we have the Five of Swords. And it really just came from a place of insecurity. But now with this Four of Cups that sits in the reverse, it's like this person sees you as having a whole new outlook on love. They may be having a whole new outlook on love, but it's like they feel like you may have another option, or that you're definitely not interested in the cup in which they are giving you. And so I feel like this person, when they think about you, they are really starting to look at things from a different perspective, okay? Having that clarity and really looking at things from just a different viewpoint. All right, I'm very curious as to what you think about when you think about this person. So what do you think about when you think about them? The Fool card, honey, sitting in the reverse. And so the Fool card, it's like you feel like this person was absolutely 100% unprepared for a relationship. Okay, they were very absent when it came to the things that you should be putting forward into a relationship. And they were very careless with this situation with you. What else do you think about? Could be dealing with an Aquarius or an Aries, depending on the reader. That's what that card falls out to. The Death card. All right. Now, with the Death, you could be dealing with a Scorpio. But when you think about this person, you think that you had to put an end in order to move on. You had to put an end to it. You've got some big changes coming up, and you've had to move on and transform yourself and rebirth yourself from this situation. Yeah, I definitely say you had to free yourself from the situation. We have the Eight of Swords that's sitting in the reverse. So at one point you may have felt very, very trapped in this situation, trapped in this relationship with this person. But this is all about releasing, having that hope, feeling very liberated and feeling very free. And so when you think about this person, you've put an end to it inside of yourself and you have freed yourself. Beautiful. All right, let us get some oracle cards going. Okay. We have love yourself first. It's sitting in the reverse. Now, when it's in the upright, it says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And so, you know, there may have come a time in this relationship where you just were not loving on yourself anymore. And it's really important for us to understand that in order to obtain and receive the love that we crave, we must be willing to give it to ourselves. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. This is just really cautioning you in that any relationship romantically that you're trying to get into or really progress and grow, you got to get to know the person and they need to get to know you. All right. We have healing family issues also sitting in the reverse. When it's in the upright, it's like your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And so you or this individual may have some childhood wounds that cause you to behave certain ways in relationships. As an example, a codependent or clingy person may have dealt with abandonment issues of a parent leaving them. All right, lightning. This is all about something happening very quickly, a sudden change, shocking news, you know, just like an absolute upheaval in this situation. So whatever happens here, you may have found out about another love interest that this person was involved with. That's just what I mean by something happened very quick and very sudden. Now we get the Love card, and this is all about self-love, loving yourself, feeling one with yourself. I feel like there's somebody out there that really needs to work on that self-love and how you speak to yourself. Wow. And then we get the self-indulgence card. This is focusing on yourself, your self-worth. It's taking time to heal, doing that shadow work that is absolutely needed, and self-appreciation. Because once you do your shadow work, you will no longer be focused on the pain and the loss. You will be focused on the wisdom and the lessons, okay? So you got to do that healing, do that shadow work. Ask yourself, what did this relationship teach you? Did it teach you boundaries? Did it teach you how to love yourself? Did it teach you how to stand up for yourself? All right, take that lesson and leave the pain behind, honey. All right, let's get one from this Soulmate Manifest deck. This says, the hottest love has the coldest end. And that is the truth. Sometimes those really passionate relationships, oh my goodness, they just fizzle out so frozen, don't they? All right, let's get a dream oracle. Weird is the new cool. Yes, yes. Number 48. Boldly express your uniqueness. This is all about not conforming to make the others around you feel comfortable. This is being who you are for who you are. That way, when you actually show who you really are in your authentic way, guess what? Now people know who you are and they can truly love you to the depth that you may be seeking. I'm just feeling a Sacred Light Oracle card today, so let me pull it and then we'll go over to our personal messages. All right, we get the Tibetan Fire Serpent, number 33, seeking a higher truth. discernment, a better path, and authority. This is all about taking control of your life, understanding that your path is changing and you are on a hunt, a search for a higher truth. And when you are on that hunt for that higher truth, you are going to start seeing things from that higher level. And that's when you learn forgiveness and the lessons. All right, let's move into some personals. Know your worth, period. I know that's right. But pride and ego, you got to loosen it up a little bit. Don't be too prideful to not let people see that you may need somebody to talk to or somebody to help. Take it one day at a time. You can't do it all in one day. So minute by minute. Know thyself. Aristotle. That's the truth. That's about doing shadow work. Whenever that card comes out, it's like really get to know who you are. Spend some time with you. Make peace with your past and trust your instincts. Go where your heart and your passions are pulling you. Let's get a poem excerpt for you. Whoa, that came out 2 of them. I'm going to get 2 of them. I'm going to keep them. All right, we got number 52, Autumn Sunrise. You became my autumn sunrise and changed the colors of my leaves. Took my mind from mysteries to worlds of oohs, ahs, and intrigues. So listen, you might have been real smitten with this person when you first met them. They really knocked you off your feet. But now we get karma. Number 1. Karma sits in the shadows, waiting on its prey, silently plotting on the perfect opportunity and day. Trust me, when you put out negative in the world, that karma is waiting to come circle back around. And so if you have done good, then guess what? You're going to get that good, beautiful karma. Somebody that's done you dirty is going to get a little bit of some rough karma. But it's all so that we can learn. All right. This 7 of Cups, this person that may have had options, if they could say anything to you at all, anything, what would it be? And if you're a cross watcher here and you feel like these should be reversed, reverse them. I wish I had been honest is the first message. I wish I had been honest. All right. Let's get some more. We were meant to be together. Okay. Your words have hurt me, so you might have said something going out the door, honey. I just want to talk, bond, and laugh. I ignored your feelings, but I want to give what I didn't before. Okay. I want 1 or 2 more. I'm in love with you. All right, one last one. One last. I want to bring you justice. All right, well, these are your messages. Make sure to come back and check me out again.